Everybody, it's Tammy with Joyful Heart Creations. I am going to show you how to use Flexi Shapes on the Silhouette Cameo and in Silhouette Design Space. Silhouette Design Space is actually free even if you don't have a Silhouette machine. You can download it. You can design in it, and then you can upload it to Cricut or whatever cutting machine that you have. To use Flexi Shapes, though, you have to have designer series or above. Look at my hair, it's a wreck. Oh, it's quarantine hair. Anyway, so you have to have designer series or above. I have business edition, so I might have some different things on mine than you would, unless you have business edition. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys, and I am going to get on over here just 1 second to Silhouette Studios and share. Okay, so this is Silhouette Studio, and this is what it looks like with the business edition. Over here you have all your little icons, your page setup panel, your pick scan panel. You have here the paint fill, line fill. You have the scan and trace. I use that a lot. The tracing, open image effects panel. You have your text panel. Right down here you have your transform panel and replicate, modify panel, offset. I use that a lot. I don't use the pop-up panel very much. Stipple, no, I don't use that. Embossing, I do not use. Oh, this is really neat. You can make a puzzle now with the silhouette, so that's pretty cool. I don't use it, but yeah. So then over here on the left, you'll see the icons over here pop up for you. That's the lasso, and over here is edit points and line tools and drawing tools. I'll show you how to do those also. And then right here are the Flexi Shapes. And out of these shapes, you can make tons of different shapes. That's what we're going to be working with, is right here, the Flexi Shapes. Then you have your freehand drawing tools, text tool, draw a note, eraser, your knife tool. And then up here, the most important thing is your go back tool. I use that a lot. So if you mess up, you can just go back, erase it, start over, or go back to the point where you actually liked it before you messed it up, and then you can start over. Here you can save in Design Studio, and you can have more than one project going at a time. So this is an untitled project, but I could add more projects and work on several at a time. Okay, so we're going to get right into the Flexi Shapes. All right, so the first Flexi shape we're going to look at, I'm just going to kind of click through them all, as the star. So I clicked on that, and we'll bring it over here. And you'll just hold down your key and kind of drag it out. And once you drag it out, you'll see this little zipper icon here. And when you do the zipper, it changes the shape. So you could do it as far out as you want or back in. And then you have the little nodes here to change the shape as well. And so do you see, you could just kind of like, all right, I want it to be really skinny. So I would just click on the node there and in, and then out. And so that's the star. Let's get rid of that, delete. The next one kind of looks like a pizza pie, but this one's really neat because you just go over like that, and then you could go all the way around. You can make a circle if you wanted to with this one, and then your edit points, I just call it the bullet, but those little dots are edit points. And so let's take it all the way around, and then we're gonna, so go all the way around, click, and then with our zipper, we just make it small or large. With the edit point on the circle here, it doesn't really do that much unless you want it like a half circle or something. All right, this little triangle in the middle, that is for a totally different class. I'll teach you how to use that, but that would be like how you're gonna circle something. So we're just gonna kind of ignore that for tonight. And we'll get back over here into our Flexi Shapes. Okay, so you click on it, then you just kind of drag it out. And that's really, oops, I didn't grab it. You have to actually grab the image. So let me delete. Let's go back. Let's grab this image. So click, come over here, and I don't know what this image is doing. That is crazy. Ah, I don't know what it's doing. So there we go. So this you could do like a half. This one I actually would do a rainbow probably. You can make a rainbow out of this. So you just want to grab this, turn it. You can turn it to whichever angle you want, and then drag it out as large as you want. And then with the little zipper icons, you can just make it as small as you want, and then see, need to go back. So bring the zipper down or up, and that's really all you do. Let's go into the next one. This one I like a lot. So we've got this one going on here, and let's see, we want to turn it around. So we're going to grab hold of the little green orientation bar. We're going to flip it over. With Silhouette Design Space, it's really good because you can work off the mat. So like in Cricut, you cannot work off the mat, but here I could have things all over my page and see how I like them. I could make duplicates, compare them, see how I like them. Okay, so on here, if you want it to, you've got your edit points, so make it like a Pac-Man if you want to, or make it as large as you want or as small as you want. Out and in, grab hold of your edit point and bring it out, bring it back in. So that's actually how you work with the shapes, is you just work with those edit points. Okay, so we're gonna get rid of that. Let's see what else we've got. You've got your circle. This one's pretty neat. You can drag this out. So there we've got that. Kind of looks like a pencil. So you want to grab your edit point. You can make it into a square. You can make it into a flag. You can do all kinds of things with it. But how to change it is you grab that. You grab the point there and just bring it in, bring it out, whatever you want to do. So these shapes can be made into so many different things. Let's see. Okay, so let's grab this one here, guys, and take a look at that. And whoops, let me grab it. So grab that, and then we're gonna, all right, so we've got this. It kind of looks like I'd say a sunshine. And so we're gonna hit the little, I don't know what it really is. I just call it a zipper. But as you see, if I take it out, it moves the points. If I take it in, it's more distinct, and then more and more. And then here's your little edit point, and you could go in with it, out with it. So you see how you just work with them and just kind of visualize what you think it could be, and you can make so many designs using the these little design tools over here. So let's see. I'm going to make, okay, so this one's a fun one. This is a balloon. So here's the balloon. I'm going to turn it, turn it, And then what I want to do is make it a little bigger. So let's stretch it out here. And then I'm going to cut off the top part. So we're going to grab our knife tool and we're going to go up here and we're going to make sure we're clicking solid because we want to be able to fill it with color. If you don't make it a solid, you won't be able to fill it with color. And so let's just cut straight across here and pull that off. There we go. And let's see. Let's go down here. Get our edit points. There we go. And what we're going to do is we're just going to distort the shape of this with our edit points. Grab the edit point and I'm going to go flatten it out a little bit. So you see how I flattened it out just by using that edit point. Okay, so let's just drag that over to the side for a second. And we'll go back into our shapes and let me see what we think. Let's grab this one and try this. Okay, so this is a good one. You guys will like this. This looks like a flower right now. And then, you know, if we did this, we could make many, many petals or a little bit of petals. But also, if we grab the edit point and we go in, there you go. It's more of a flower effect. You know, just different shapes. So bring it back out, do, you know, however you want. But what we're going to do, I think, is take it in a little bit because I want them to be kind of a finer. There we go. We're going to leave it like that. And then I'm going to go over here and grab our knife tool again. And it's mine stayed on solid because that's how I have it set. You can set it to just stay until you change it. And then we're going to cut right across. Cut right across there. And we'll move this out of the way. And let me delete that. And then I don't think I like that. So let me see. So see what I told you? We're going to go back. Use the go back tool until we get back to where we want to be. Okay, so now I'm back. I didn't like that, so I started over. We grab our knife tool again. We're going to come over here. And I wanted a little more, so I'm going to just cut across here. And not so much, huh? Let's see. Go back. All right, so now we're just gonna cut across, and we're gonna get rid of that. And I don't know which side we're gonna use, so let's just save that and that, and then I'm just gonna delete this, and then click delete. And then I think maybe we're gonna use this one. So let's bring this back over here. And I'm just teaching you how you can kind of look at the shapes and make something with them. And you just play with them, have fun with them. Let's flip this over. And what I want to do is change the color of it. So I have to select it. So we're going to select it. We're going to go over here to the color palette. And I'm going to turn it to green. And then I don't want these red lines. So we'll go over here, choose our line tool. And we're going to change the line to green as well. So there we go. And then let's pull the bottom back in. And I'm going to send this to the back. I'm going to send this to the front actually. Bring this to the front. And then we'll adjust this a little bit. And you have your pineapple. And that's how you do it. I would like that a little bigger. So we're going to go in here with our edit points and see what we can do. Let's see. I'm going to pull that down a little. Oh, that went a little astray. Let's see. Nope. I want to pull that down. Alrighty. And we're going to click our edit point. Pull it down. I don't know why it's doing that because it has that other edit point there. And we're going to pull that under like that. And I'm going to pull this one under too. And so you're just playing with them and working them till they get the way you want them. And I want it a little bigger. Okay, so let's see how we like that. We'll put that back in. Not yet. So what do? You click on it. I want to move this little, there we go. Move that in a little bit. And then I want this bigger. So let's stretch that out. And then move it down and perfect. Exactly how I want it. So you see, you just made a pineapple, and then we'll group it. And we can make a compound path with it. We don't want to do that. Release the compound path and see what else can I show you. So you made the pineapple. Let's delete that and get back to the shapes. We'll just go over them, but I'm just showing you, you can make kind of like anything you want. All right, so here we have, this kind of looks like a Christmas tree, sort of. Okay, so let's see. Let's bring that around with a little orientation tool. Okay, and then we're going to stretch it out so we can look at it. All right, and then right here, if you see, I call it the zipper. You can make it have more branches, less branches, and or if you want to use the little edit tools, you can make it thinner, wider. This one over here, you just play around and you can invert it. But you see how you can make so many different things out of one object. And so that is the benefit of the Flexi Shape. So let me show you this Flexi Shape real quick, just to show you how versatile they are with your designing. So here we have this. We're going to go ahead and take our little edit points and bring it out. Then we could bring that in. So you see what I mean? You can you mess with them. You just kind of look at them and see, what could I design with this? And let your mind just kind of go to work on it. And you can make just all kinds of stuff. So here we would the edit tools, the little edit points. You just pick the edit points and you can make things. But I'm just showing you how to kind of manipulate the Flexi Shapes. But really what you're wanting to do is put a Flexi Shape together to make something. So in your design. So we're just going to flip this over. And so you could make a kite out of that. You could just make most anything out of these shapes. They're just so easy to work with. And it's amazing how many different things one shape can do. So we have this shape, kind of looks like a clover. But when we take the little zipper, you've got all these little petals. Or you could take your node here and bring it in, bring it out. But that's how you're going to design. You're going to think of something that you want to make, and then you just turn these shapes into what it is you're making. It's so simple once you start working with it. So here, you just look for the little edit points and move them in, move them out. You can swing it around, but that's basically how you work with them. So then let's go up here to the drawing tools, and I'm going to show you how to make a perfect circle. We're going to use the ellipse. We're going to come over here and hold down. You want to hold down your cursor and do not let off of it while you're making this. You will make a perfect circle. So you're holding down on your cursor while you're pulling out on the mouse pad, and you're making a perfect circle. So, right, so we did that. And let's leave that there. And now let's go into our Flexi Shapes. And we're going to get this one right here. And there we go. That kind of looks like the sun, right? So let's move this. We're going to bring this to the front. Let's bring this to the front. Put it right there. And let's change the color of it. So I want to change the color to orange. And then I want to change the line color of this to yellow. And this little circle, I want that. So there we go. So for the sun behind it, I wanted it to look like rays coming off the sun. So you just took the little Flexi shape and used the edit point to bring it in. If you want it this part smaller, you can just make that smaller. You can put it in the middle. You can use your align tool if you want it in the exact middle. You go up here to align and you just align center, align middle, and it moves it for you. But with this, so I only wanted my little rays coming out. So you work with the little nodes and you have your little rays coming out. And so you've made a sun. You can group it. You have to grab them all and group. So we're going to group that and move that on up here. And let's see. Let's bring this tool here and flip that around. And we are going to use these edit points and flatten it out some on the top, and then just use this edit point and drag it down. Drag that down. Then we're going to drag that up a little bit. And let's try to drag this down some. If I can grab a hold of that. All right. So we're going to grab that. And now we're going to go back up here and grab this edit point down. So push it down. And then click over here. We're going to grab this edit point again and move it down. Move that down like that. And go up here to this edit point. Move that down. And move this over, make this skinnier. And make this taller. And if we had more time, we could work with it a little bit more. But basically what you could do out of that one shape that I just brought over here that looked like an arrow, you could make a palm tree out of it. So you just have to work with it. We don't have time in this video to do all of that, but as you can see, it's almost looking now taking the shape that we wanted to take. And so then let's change the color. Let's see. So we're going to change that. But you would just keep building on it. So we might put in another arrow or something like that. And then you just keep playing with them until you get the shape you want. So really that's all you do. And that's how you create an entire picture that you want to cut or print to sublimate on. Let's see. So let me delete that. And we'll go back in and I'll just show you basically all right, so this right here, say you wanted to make labels. You could pick a flexi shape. You could put it in here and there you go. You've made a label. You can write on it. You could use your, you could print it out and then write on it with your silhouette or, you know, and then make it, or print it out on a sticker paper, make jar labels or something like that. But it's so many things you can do. I don't want to keep you here all night. I just kind of wanted to show you a little bit about the flexi shapes. And then I thought later on we could get into more of the exact and do some designs together. So you've got the star. I'll show you, I'll just go through them all real quick. And when you go like that, you get all these different shapes with the star. The next one you have, I call it the pizza pie. I don't know really. And that one you can do lots of things with, and you can make a circle, a Pac-Man. You can make just a pizza, you know, whatever you want to do with that. And then the next one you have is this shape. I use this shape infrequently because it's like, that's all you do with it. You just kind of go around. But it's a good rainbow, I'd say, for making a rainbow. It's pretty cute. And this is an awesome way to make a rainbows with flexi shapes. So we would turn it the way we want it. We could duplicate it. We could then make this one larger. Whoops. We're going to make it larger. And then using our shape, we can make it smaller. So you see whatever width you want your rainbow. And then you would do the same thing with this. Oh, and the bottom one makes it skinnier. And let me move this out of the way. So you would just keep building, really, is all you would do. Keep building. What you could do is, so you've got your large one, you duplicate, and then duplicate, and duplicate. So we've got all these that are the exact same size. And then we would want to shrink them down to the size that we want. So shrink it down a little bit. And so you would just build your rainbow this way. So this one, and then you would just, if you had a sublimation printer, you could print it. But you get the idea. You just keep building, and then that's how you make your rainbow. And you just kind of slide them in. Use your imagination. Let it run wild with this stuff. I mean, these Flexi Shapes, I love them. I can sit and play with Flexi Shapes for hours. And actually, I have been, during this quarantine, I will grab my computer and just make all kinds of stuff just to relax my mind. But it's just so fun, and the sky's the limit what you could do. I mean, good grief, you could make anything. Next time we'll get on, but let's keep going through the shapes real quick, just real quick. So you've got this little circle. This has an edit point here. You make it bigger. Then you've got the edit point on the outside. So that's what that one does. You get the edit point over here, and so you could make it a half a circle. And then I showed you the tags. So this, you could, you just stretch it out. You can make an envelope with this. That's what it looks cute. You could, beginning of a card. I would say that would be a good card making shape. Here you've got like a half moon shape. So you could do the sun, the moon, but you get your edit points. So it could be a mouth. You see how that turns that into a mouth. You just have to use your imagination. You have to play with these shapes. The more you play with them, the more you're going to get used to what they do. That's the zigzag. You can make a snake out of that. It's the first thing that comes to my mind. But then when you do it, you start shifting these edit points, you can make all kinds of things. So let's get rid of that. Kite, you have a kite here, but it doesn't have to be a kite. You can grab the edit point, you can make an ice cream cone out of that. That's what my mind tells me. So let's turn it this way, and let's grab our handy dandy knife tool. Make sure it's solid, and let's go like right across there. Get rid of that. We're going to get rid of that. Let's grab the ellipse tool. We're going to hold that down. Oops. Grab my ellipse. Hold that down. Making a circle. Let's see. Make the circle. All right. Let's turn that into strawberry ice cream. Let's change the line color on that too. Ice cream sounds good to me right now. And let's drag that over. What we're going to do, we're going to send it to the back. And let's change our cone line to, let me move this picture of myself out of my way. Move it over here. Let's change it to brown. Let's change the line to brown. Now we're going to change the color of the cone to brown. Let's make our ice cream bigger because we all want bigger ice cream. I know, we'll have a double dip cone. Duplicate. Don't you wish you could do that in real life? You just say duplicate. And let's have up top, let's have chocolate ice cream. So we've got a strawberry and chocolate cone. But see, that's how you use the Flexi Shapes. You just use your imagination. Let your imagination run wild. See what all kinds of things you can make. It's crazy. I just love it. And Silhouette just lets you use your imagination because you can do all this stuff with these shapes that you really can't do in a lot of other design studios. They don't work this way. This is like you're being your own graphic designer. So here's another shape, and you just use the zipper. There you've made a little wheel, bigger wheel, and then you can bring that in, and then it kind of looks like a sunshine. And so with that, what you could do, again, take your handy dandy knife tool, and let's cut across. We're gonna cut that. Oops. All right, so let's get rid of that, delete. And then we could, if we wanted to, that could be our sunshine. Then we could figure out some way to make mountains over here with something. Not that. Let's see. But you're getting what I am saying, I'm sure. So what we would do is maybe we could make some mountains out of this. So we want to distort our shape, distort. Size it. We're going to turn it. No, not you. You move. Turn it. You're just going to distort, distort, distort. And you just manipulate these until you get what you're looking for. This is obviously not what I'm looking for, but I'm just kind of trying to show you how you work with it. You just keep moving it, keep distorting it. You use your use the little zipper thing. You can use. All right, so we got that, and then I'm gonna take that out. And eventually, if I kept working with it, you could make like a mountain. And so you could have the sun coming up from the, obviously this is not a mountain, but you could have the sun coming up from a mountain. Let's see. Let's turn that into blue. So we got our cloud there. And change the line color. Always change the line color because you don't want red lines in your design. And so you would just work with it to get it the way you want it. And you can turn the grid on or off. I usually use it so that I can tell what that things are even. And then I want to turn my sun a little bit. So you see the sun is just kind of peeking out there. But this just kind of gives you an idea of what to do with Flexi Shapes. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I love doing the Flexi Shapes. If you guys want to get on with me and we'll go ahead and do a design from start to finish, let me know what design you'd like to do. And you grab your computer and I grab my computer and we could just kind of, you follow along. We'll make designs, but the Flexi Shapes are a great design tool. But again, it's designer edition or above that you would use this tool. Anyway, thanks so much for joining me. I hope you guys are doing well. This quarantine, I know it's the craziest thing. I'm a nurse, but I'm lucky enough to be a triage nurse. So I work from home right now. I usually work in the office, but I'm lucky enough to be able to work from home. So I hope you guys are safe, that you're happy, that you're healthy. I'm so glad that my dog did not come over here and interrupt the video. He's sitting over right here beside me. He is, let me stop sharing my screen. He is a dachshund. Let me show him to you real quick before we go. How many Sunny? Oh, he's running from. Okay. So this is Sunny. Everybody say hi to Sunny. Sunny is a dachshund. He'll be 5 May 19th. He is like my sweetheart. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Have a good evening. Thank you.